Hey, I'm Kalani Hubbard, and this is a comparison video on the Zeiss CP2 lens and the Canon Cine Prime lens. They're both 50mm lenses. They're both very similar and very different at the same time, so I wanted to get my hands on both of these lenses and do a comparison test. All the comparison clips you're about to see are shot on these two lenses. They're both 50mm lenses. They were shot on the Canon C100, and none of the clips are color graded. The Zeiss lens has a T-coating, which cuts down on glare and reflections. You can see in these two clips how the Zeiss lens cuts down on the reflection in the water, compared to the Canon clip where there's more light reflecting off of the water. You can also see that there's a little bit more detail in the sky on the Zeiss lens compared to the Canon lens. This is because of the T-coating on the Zeiss lens. Here's another example. You can see how the light reflecting off the skyline and the water is cut down quite a bit on the Zeiss lens, whereas the Canon lens captures more of the glow from the city and the water. Again, you can get a little more detail in the sky on the Zeiss lens. Of course, both of these lenses have incredible bokeh. You can see that the bokeh is a little more defined on the Zeiss lens and more soft on the Canon lens. Both are really great. One thing to note is that the Canon lens has electronics in it, so you can see your lens settings on your camera, like which lens you're using and what your f-stop is. Whereas the Zeiss lens has no electronics in it, so you will not get this information. Overall, I loved both of these lenses. They looked incredible. It was hard to choose, but I ended up going with the Zeiss lens because it has an interchangeable lens mount, which is really cool. You know, if you're shooting with an EF camera and then down the road you switch to a PL camera, all you have to do is swap the mount and then you have the same lens on a PL camera, and I think that's super valuable. The other reason for me is that this lens is a little bit lighter, and you know, as a cameraman, something on your shoulder, every pound counts. So I liked how this was lighter. And the last reason was that this lens is $500 cheaper than the Canon lens. And so when you're buying a kit of lenses, $500 starts to add up per lens. So for me, Zeiss won. I love this lens, it's amazing. Again, you can't really go wrong. If you want to go with Canon, Canon's amazing as well. That's just my personal reasons. But I hope that this video helped you. I hope this comparison video gave you a good taste of the difference between these two lenses. And if you guys have any questions, feel free to comment or reach out to me, and keep shooting. See you next time.